Hey guys, want to make a quick video for a couple different reasons. First of all, just wanted to congratulate all you guys for the performance that you guys did in the Open. I think everybody did really well, and we've been working hard over the past year. Even though that we're so young, we've done so great in such a short period of time, which is can be attributed to a lot of different things: coaching, dedication, hard work, programming, all that stuff. Second of all, I wanted to thank you guys for all the congratulations and good jobs and things that slaps on the back I've been getting over the past few days for qualifying for regionals. Honestly, without you guys, I don't know where I'd be, what I'd be doing. Well, anyways, that's a whole nother story. But and also, I kind of wanted to explain to you guys the new kind of programming that I'm going to be doing for you. You guys have probably noticed over the past week a lot more stuff on the board, extra credit, games track, stuff like that. But before I even do that, I know this is a different shirt. Thanks, Greg, for the shirt. It's a nice shirt. But before I even go into that, I want to explain the programming in general, where it all comes from, so you guys know that I don't just kind of go to bed and make a couple workouts and say this is what we're going to do next week. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of time, a lot of thinking, mainly because I care about how well that you guys do, and I really care about the whole gym always constantly getting better. So the way that kind of CrossFit works is there's different ways to program it. You can do 3 days on, 1 day off, which is kind of the way that I'm going to program the competition games track. It's going to be like Thursdays off, kind of more of a rest-ish kind of day. So like today was a partner workout, a little less intense, no extra strength or anything like that. You can row a little bit, stretch, all that's good. So 3 on, 1 off, or you can do 5 on, 2 off. With the lives that we live and people wanting to be home on the weekends and Sundays and all that, 3 on, 1 off is going to put you on Sunday, so 5 on, 2 off, you always have that day off. So that's a little more feasible. So, that in mind, I make the workouts in 1 week chunks, okay? So 5 days of workouts. In those 5 days, I have to get all the different modes of fitness, okay? So CrossFit, constantly varied functional movements done at high intensities. What it does is it takes 3 different modes of fitness, okay? So the first one being monostructural or metabolic cardio training, running, rowing, biking, things like that, things that get your heart rate up for an extended period of time. Next you have weightlifting, which is Olympic lifts, weighted squats, weighted things like that, overhead pressing, all that kind of stuff, anything where you use a weight, kettlebells, wall balls, things like that. And then lastly you have gymnastics. With gymnastics you have any of the body weight moves, anything you do without a weight on your body, or you can weight them with weight vests and things like that, but pull-ups, push-ups, squats, handstand push-ups, handstand walking, muscle-ups, handstand push-ups on the rings, anything you do that's body weight, that's gymnastics, okay? So you take those 3 things, and what you do is you mash them all together, and you basically come up with a week. The next thing is a time component that's got to be thought of. So we have basically 3 different energy systems. We have a glycolytic, or like very high-intensity anaerobic, think of like a 40-yard dash, something like that. That's what you're going to use your glycolytic energy system. Next is anaerobic, anything that's between 0 and about a minute to 2 minutes, something that you could do that's really high intensity, not really requiring much oxygen. I know everything requires a lot of oxygen that we do, but things like sprint workouts like Fran, Diane, those classic 21-15-9, that really hits those the anaerobic system and kind of crushes it. And then lastly you have your aerobic, things where you're breathing for a long time, longer workouts like Kelly is one I think of. Eva, another one I think of. Got 800-meter runs in it, multiple rounds, lots of movements, weights, gymnastics, all that stuff. So then what you do is you make those workouts, you make these things, and what I do is I take them and I make 5 days of workouts, which is going to hit essentially all those things. Is it possible to hit all of them? Not really. But that's why we do this, because we always want to get better. And that's where the extra programming is coming in, okay? I want you guys to have the best opportunity possible to become the best CrossFitter that you can. So I'm programming in lots more strength, which is going to be basically every day. Gymnastics, extra stuff, basically every day. Core stability stuff, skill stuff, extra stuff for you guys to work on, things that so we won't neglect them, because a lot of these things don't always come up in workouts, but they take a lot of practice to do things well, okay? And practice makes perfect. Another thing I wanted to bring up is virtuosity. That's like the goal of all CrossFitters, is virtuosity. So basically what that means is like perfecting a fine art. So you think about the guys that do this stuff really well, or things just in general that people do really well. Think about like Michael Jordan dunking a basketball or dribbling by someone that may be one of the best defenders in the world. Makes it look effortless, makes these things look simple. Rich Froning doing a 300-pound snatch a couple weeks ago. Really looked like he had a lot more. It makes those things look kind of effortless. But what they do is they practice and they make the simple things seem. They practice the simple things and they make those things perfect, which makes the more complex things be easier to learn. Okay, so that's basically what I'm trying to get through to you guys. Also, if you're a little sore, things like that, that's okay. Soreness isn't going to kill you. If you think that we did shoulders yesterday and we're doing shoulders tomorrow, probably right. Probably did legs yesterday too, and we're probably going to use them tomorrow. We use those things every day in our life. If you're a little bit sore, maybe take a little bit longer to warm up. You know, we got treadmills and stuff out front if you want to. If you have questions about things, concerns about things, aches, pains, we can also take care of that. That's what we're here for. And lastly, I just wanted to tell you guys that essentially I'm here for you. I wish I could personally coach every single person in this gym one-on-one 100% of the time, but honestly, I don't have time for that. So what I can do, though, is I can answer questions through emails. You guys can find me on Facebook. You guys can stop me in the gym. Also, any of our coaches, all these guys are willing to help 100% of the time. That's why we're here. If you have issues with things, you have questions, and you don't bring them up, how are we supposed to know you have an issue? If you have questions about a movement that's really difficult and I'm not around, and you want some help with it, film it. Catch it on film, put it on YouTube. You can make it private. You can send it to me. I don't care. I can take a look at those things. I can give you guys any feedback that you want. If you have questions about tailoring the extra stuff that I'm putting up there to yourself, ask me, ask the coach that's in your class. That's why we're here. We're here to help. And I think that's everything. And lastly, when you're doing these extra things, a lot of them might say for time on a whiteboard or something like that. It's not for time, it's for perfection. You want to do these things perfect because essentially that's what makes your workouts better. You do things efficiently. So like that big saying on the wall just right out here, mechanics, consistency, intensity. That's the way that works. You get the mechanics down, you're moving correctly, you're doing things right. And then you get consistent with it, and then that's when we start picking up the intensity, okay? And if you see these guys like the last snatch workout, 13-1, if you see like these guys' first snatch of the workout and you see the last snatch, they all look the same. Their movements are always similar. So you really need to program that in your muscle memory. And that's why we're here. We're here to help. Thanks, and God bless. I'll see you guys soon.